Yo, what's up, ladies, gentlemen, and dames, and welcome back to Danganronpa. You know, I don't even know why I'm recording face cam too, because like last time, you remember last video, the face cam wanted to be a little bitch and not record properly, or at least upload properly on Google Photos, so I don't even know why I'm trying to justify me using face cam if it's not even gonna upload properly, which it could. I don't know if it would, but if it doesn't, I put my PNG in. Why am I trying to justify myself? Ooh. Oh, that's right. Kuya was using the extension cord. So where did the extension cord go? When's the last time I talked to Celeste? I mean, like I want to talk to her, but still. When's the last time I talked to her? Because that's probably what I need to do. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but why have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then what did you find? Tell me. Very well, I will tell you and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What, really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime. Oh, thank God. Thank
What
God.
are you doing out this late?
Sorry, y'all. Thank God. We actually... Yes! More story beats.
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Huh? What? She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes,
I
indeed.
assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' room. If she hadn't broken our rules, none of this would have ever happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. Shut up! So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. We kind of already assumed this, right? But the strange thing is, there's no trace of the jacket, track jacket, or duffel bag, Celeste said, and she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Cool. And Celeste only told us about it, so if anyone else like comes up about it, they're lying, and she only told us. Thank you, Celeste. I'm out of here. Last video, it was an interesting one. It took a lot of my time, but I finally got it out after like months of hyping it up. And if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's good. I promise you. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out, and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. Left her there? My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah!
Oh, but don't worry. I'm gonna go head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant. Oh, Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. I mean, she could just die right then and there, and I wouldn't care. What? Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course. I had one this morning. I went out to, after dropping off my sister, I went out to Wawa's, got, Wawa. Not Wawa's, Wawa. I got 2 Dr. Peppers, a treat for Los, and, a donut. Simpson's pink donut, if you, may ask. Of course. There's 2 things I'm sure God created, outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance away from us. Actually, Sakura did something, or said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true, and it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it weird? Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine to be with the opposite sex? I mean, that's either pick me or, me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got a lot of dude friends, but I also got like an equal amount of girlfriends. Friends that are girls, lady friends, I should say. Oh, wait, maybe Maybe she was just used to the guy spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so. I never really saw her as that kind of girl. So she's not, I'll use the count. Yeah, Hina's got. I think it's finally time.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
Me too.
Shall we just plunge right in?
Yes! Let's get into it.
The moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial.
Woohoo! It's right through here, people. Hold my hand. Come on. No, I'm not gonna hold my own hand this time. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. All right. You're holding it. Let's go, people. Okay, I'm gonna have to let go because I got the mouse. I gotta use the mouse. All right, party people. Ahem. So, is everyone ready or what? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember? Come on, Monokuma. That's so self-centered and very rude. Who would forget about Toko? Kidding, I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie. I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. Little ass bear dragging. Look at you, Toko. Look at you. You look like a clown getting dragged by a bear. How would that feel? Not even like a regular bear, a stuffed toy bear. Pitiful. I told her I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. I drag you by them twin drills. Don't test me. It's terrible. It's terrible. Phew. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Then why did I say no? I know earlier I said Shizaki. What? No, I said Chihiro, right? Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. I know, she was a baby girl. And then you have to show the image, huh? Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. Sorry, there's a lot of dust on the laptop. And that murderer is one of us. One of us. Someone's standing right here. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
Kyoko, where the hell did you appear from? I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't handle my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. Aw, she, people. We getting right into it, thank God. The steel box sank with heavy, clunky sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What did you think? I redecorated. Isn't this so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Did you? I barely noticed. Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very
Good. You're ready to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it, not at all.
well.
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills.
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Well, let's just get this show on the road, cause all rise. It's been a while.
Let's
I need to shut the hell up
begin with a
about
basic
this.
explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
I know, Monokuma, we all get clapped.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon.
Wasn't it a dumbbell? First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Like, I know, I have one of these right next to mine. Yeah, wasn't it a dumbbell? Like, now I'm thinking about it, that like a horrifying way to go. And this is a little heavy too, and this is just a 15 weight. Like, imagine if it was, I mean, I don't know, maybe it was something heavier, but damn, that's a scary to think. Like, getting bopped over your head with a heavy ass weight. Make your argument. Oh god, a locker room dumbbell.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Huh?
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No.
Interesting.
Stop being stupid.
That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Or Chihiro.
And I got 14 minutes on this too. Alright.
The blunt instrument could have been.
Yes, I have proof.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
Hold on. How do I fast forward time? Space key. Yeah, I know that. Control. Thank you. I was about to say, I'm not trying to sit through all of this.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, it's wrong.
Gotcha! Whatever Phoenix Wright does.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell? Found at the scene of the crime?
Yeah, dumbasses. What else would you think?
It was covered in blood. And there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Ah!
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Oh.
That's
Ooh.
so creepy.
Yikes.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to the non-stop debate. Would you like to hear more? Sure. What? Wait! No! I didn't even. No!
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of that.
Thank
Closed,
God. It's just.
as far as I'm concerned.
Shut up. It's just a.
That's
right click.
impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so, Dinkuya, I know.
There's just no proof for it.
Move, bitch!
No, that's wrong.
Move, bitch!
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library.
Hey, I'm
I
surprised I
guess
found
it's
it
some
too.
kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
Is space out of. Oh, okay.
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case.
Wasn't it male in, the strings or
The
whatever?
first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Shut up, Fumi! Shut up!
No. It's actually bloodlust.
Shut up, Fumi! It's
But
not boob
more
lust.
important is
We're
the
not watching
other
High School DxD.
characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
What? The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case is men. Wait, if I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the position of the body. Oh,
I got it!
Hey.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
Yeah, just looking like Christ.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
What?
Fucking way!
No, Mondo.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Killer ass!
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Kuya, I know we don't see eye to eye right now, but right now we leveling, we seeing eye to eye right now. Killer ass! Kill that bitch! Blow that bitch's brains out!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Shoot, I have boobophobia, you know? Help me get over my fear of boobs.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? What is it, bipolar disorder? Something like that? I don't know. Hangman's Gambit. Nope. S. What? It's not another vowel. Schism. Schizo. She's a skits. She's schizophrenic.
Now I understand.
Oh, just like Two Man. Oh. Well, that's easy.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Hold up, I need to sing stuff real quick.
Huh?
Sorry, I have to like split it, but like.
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Listen, you four-eyed freaks. I know you gotta stick together, but like, one of y'all can go. Like,
perfectly acceptable.
One of y'all can go.
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior. Talking about her fainting?
Shoot.
Okay. What? Whatever.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Damn, what that tongue do?
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
I'm gonna beat you with a brick.
Not
Shut
to
up.
mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't care about, like...
The reason
bring
she
out the
locked
killer
herself
so we
in
can
her
justify
room
killing
wasn't
you.
to keep
Okay?
other people from getting in.
Huh?
It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Oh, what a hero. What a
Toko
hero.
was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
No, show
I
us some
do
blood.
believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, Just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all.
Are you gonna say something other than groans and moans?
Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
It's Kuya. What do you expect from him? Really, what do you expect from that four-eyed freak snake?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
You can't trust anyone with glasses.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Shut up.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
I don't know, why don't, like, let Genocide Jack show her technically ugly ass face. I mean, the ugliness won't change from Toko to Genocide Jack, but still.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
You really think Kuya would do that? For you, of all people?
That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
Damn.
I hate you.
Well,
join
the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
Yeah, show us Genocide Jack.
Person, you don't me.
Hurry up and bring them out. Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second, oh, she isn't dead. Unfortunately.
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see? What the heck?
Oh, stop kidding yourself, Fumi. You know you like that.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
I don't like either one of you. I don't like either one of you. Toko, Jill, whatever you whichever one you want to go with, like identify them as. I don't like
Like
either.
they say,
Never have, never will.
Sound and murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is interesting. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
Jack and Jill. Ha ha.
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
Kuya would take that as a threat to his ego.
Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
Look, even Monokuma's like, do not group me with that weird ass bitch, okay?
And
We're
another
on
thing,
different levels.
the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Shut up.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive. so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Unfortunately.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Oh, we actually playing now? Cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like my little break from, speaking, but, you know, status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
It has to be like one of the starting sentences either. It can't be the one with who you just said.
Operandi matches complete.
No, that's wrong.
Stop spitting everywhere.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Spit all over my screen.
Oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Hey, don't do a hero like that.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using this is no creation of mine.
Did I press something? You know, I really shouldn't be cleaning stuff up while
in
recording.
a way that maybe makes more sense.
More professional, man. Be more
There are
professional.
two clear differences between the
Very
Genocide
professional.
Jack cases and this one.
Don't you only kill dudes in the photos of Genocide Jack? Oh, victim injuries, yeah. And she also like
For one, the cause of death is different.
She does what Toga does.
In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a... But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Fumi, you said you had evidence you're gonna spring up during the trial. When is that gonna happen? Because right now you're just proving how useless you
Wouldn't
can
it
be.
be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Stop being weird.
Can you please stop comparing killing people to cooking? So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photos of other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Here you can see a clear difference of... Nope. Wait. Please say I'm not dead. Okay, I got one more chance where I mess this up. Shoot. Here you can see. When... How would that help when she was suspended? that no, because
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What did she usually hang them up by?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
How? How? No, legit. How? First of all, how are those scissors strong enough and sharp enough to like not only stab them through, but like Jesus nailed them to the concrete? That's literally concrete he's nailed up to. What? That doesn't make sense.
Guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Oh, thank you for calling me by my nickname.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Yeah, that's what we call you sometimes, Big Mac or Makoto. Big Mac. Big Mac! Or Birdie Mac.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
Dude!
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Man!
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Penis people! The pattern surrounding every name of the victim, I figured it out. Why? Because Chihiro was a girl.
I got it! Is it
Chihiro got a pussy,
Chihiro was
not a
a
penis.
girl?
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money!
Thank you.
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They had dicks.
They were all guys?
Bingo.
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Don't. You killed a 14-year-old. Don't go there. Don't
I
go
can't
there.
believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
Everything,
I can't
Mondo.
help it! I'm
Everything.
just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Hey, Chihiro was still
Would
adorable,
an Italian
right?
chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
I mean, he could.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
Hey, at least someone had the balls to put Kuya in his place.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Someone that is like brutal with it, cause that looked like a.
You used
good,
the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school.
that looked like a good 30 to 40 pound weight. That looked kind of heavy.
I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Whoa. Whoa. I mean, that's kind of cool, but like.
She's fully equipped! That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
So,
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Game, you better stop lagging and terrifying me right now. Select someone. For what? Select someone for what? Who'd I choose? Mondo? You got it wrong this time. Try again and think about it. Alright. Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jacket. One person that read about it.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
You got nothing smart to say now.
Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all.
Shut up.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
And watch him just gonna straight right back around to Big Mac.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Yeah, you didn't make it to our morning meeting, right? Yeah, and the locker, by the locker room. There's suspicion very specific. Seems the body searched the locker room. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
Yeah, pervert.
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
Yeah, once Fumi starts making sense, you kind of lost.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead. Share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Kuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added to non-stop debates. Please. Let's not. We're gonna go truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. The memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use the flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullet, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to use flashback? Well, you just have to... I have to be smart, don't I? We can use anything. Good luck and have fun. Monokuma file number 2. What's Monokuma file number 2?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Okay.
But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
Fumi, stop being weird again. I was on your side for a bit, now I'm not.
Natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Fumi, shut up!
The victim was Chihiro.
No, it's wrong.
Oh, so it's just in the opposite order. My bad. Excuse me.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was.
Exactly, Kuya.
So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
Bitch! Don't ever question me again.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. but your reasoning is still too weak.
Weak. I'll show you weak by strangling you with your thin ass neck.
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead, show us.
I want to shove those glasses down his thin ass throat. What's with Kuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and other Genocide Jack murderers, the evidence that proves Kuya is responsible is hidden there. What could it be? Please not another one of these. The extension cord!
You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the bodies.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Hold up.
Very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Aha!
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere. Never seen that rope before in my life.
Oh! Oh! I accidentally did that. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, fine. That's completely fine. I'm fine with that. Ooh,
Actually,
Kuya
I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
Yes, Makoto.
What?
Big Mac.
An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
Yes.
I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it.
Yes.
Is that about right?
Yes. He's doing it again. He's totally calm and unconcerned, as if he's not have been even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you
Shut
if you
up.
think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell? I killed her in the girls' locker room. Then specifically,
Shut
I
up.
dressed it up to make it. What about all that?
Shut up! Shut up! What was just that now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but that doesn't mean she was killed in the girls' locker room. But can I really just accept what Kuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's something definitely off about what he said.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
But
How could the
killed?
scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later.
Yeah, Kuya, stop acting so smart. You're not as smart as you think.
Along with
ass.
the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
Oh, you're sweating now, aren't you? You're sweating now, ain't you, bitch?
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all
Keep
that.
getting mad. Pop a blood vessel while you're
I
at it.
believe I do.
Hey, Kuya, did you just take off your guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Kuya, who'd been so confident up until now, maybe Kuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto.
Taka.
If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Got you. Oh, don't even worry about it. Evidence shows that the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that switched between the boys and the girls' locker room. I got you, homie. Just wait till I find it. Ha! No. Wrong button.
I got it!
Exactly. What up with it?
That she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
Yeah, what kind of girls be ogling at other girls' boobs? Well, I mean, I know plenty of them, but what kind of Danganronpa? Actually, no, Danganronpa girls probably do the same thing too. You got me there.
The
You got me
poster
there.
in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel.
Hey!
But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
Again, girls can be weird sometimes, believe me. Hey, I don't blame you. You want to see some tickle bitties? I'm right there with you. Let's see some tickle bitties.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
You jealous?
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had
A boy band.
a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
That's exactly what I'm
There's
saying.
one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room
Sounds like he's gonna be
earlier,
bubbling
I
up like a-
spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. You did it again! Really? Really?
I got it!
They're two different
The
types of
stain on the
stains.
girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched?
I don't
too?
know who has the type of time to do that,
Why
but I
would
guess when you're
anyone
like
do
fucking lying.
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Beats me.
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Are we gonna reveal what
To the
like
locker
Chihiro
rooms,
is?
you
Because
have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device, but Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
I kind of know what
No,
Chihiro
she
is.
did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt
Come in with a clutch, Hiro.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
He is right. Come on, why Hangman's Gambit? Or not Hangman. You know what I mean. Broken E-hand. No, it's something else. I just forgot the.
Is it
wait,
really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook.
Oh, I did
that. She could get into the boys' locker room, no problem. Talking about Leon's handbook, of course. Yeah.
No, that's wrong. No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Chihiro, what do you expect of him? He's still the Jingo.
Class, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
I don't think someone else is of the deceased
Actually, the
variety.
rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one.
Now you want to chime in, Kuya.
In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong.
Shut your fat ass up.
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
I would too, but hold on now. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, and Kuya is the one who did it, really? But still, I don't know who else can do it.
Hold on a second.
Kyoko?
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
Thank you.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth, and that's what you've got to say?
I don't know when we're gonna
There's no
reveal
way
it,
she could
but
get in the boys' locker
I
room,
think
right?
I remember what
So-
Chihiro.
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait, we could do that?
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Wow.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Please don't reveal this the way I think you're gonna reveal it.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Vamos! Let's see what you got, Chizaki. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoka in the lead, and where she took us was the crime scene, I'm assuming. Right? Yep. I might have to get a voice act right now.
Room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
Shut up! Stop being weird about it, Fumi.
No way!
Stop being weird about it.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
You're religious?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
Hey, I'm not gonna get too deep into it because it's not my place to be talking about, that kind of stuff. But, wouldn't you rather a girl touch another girl instead of just a dude touch a girl? Especially, like, a dead body, but, like, put in this instance, she's unconscious, and you have to search her. Would you rather a girl do it or a guy do it? I'm just saying, I'm just putting my 2 cents in, because I know a lot of girls be thinking that way, like, oh, what? Why would you let a dude touch a girl? Especially when she's, like, unconscious. All men, I hate all men. They should just die. I agree. We should all just die, like, right here and then. You know what?
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Thank you, Sakura.
So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Stop being weird.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Hey,
Okay,
that's what Mondo
here I
says.
go.
That's what Mondo says. Except, you know, he says the F word.
I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What?
Yeah.
This is... What is this?
Yeah, that's what she's buying.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Yeah, she's hiding something down there, isn't she? I'm terrible. I'm awful for. I'm going to hell for laughing at that too. That's the thing. Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
She's a dude.
So she was actually a
I still hit though.
Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Ben, it's really true?
Why are y'all so shocked about that?
Chihiro was a guy?
I mean, yeah, Chihiro is a guy, but still, like...
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
The cute one at
He was
that.
a cross-dresser?
Stop being rude.
Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just
that
learned
was
of the
the case.
shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Like, I get it. It's shocking to... I mean, it could be shocking. Not really that shocking to me, because I don't care. You cute as hell. I'd still hit.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. What is so wrong about that? The thought had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
No, we all called Chihiro as a she.
Of course his handbook
right?
said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
Who else? We got Junko and Sayaka.
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Me, I'm smart.
Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
So a dude
I
probably
still don't
did it.
understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd.
Yeah, all-knowing Takuya apparently doesn't know all, huh?
I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
Shut up. Shut the hell up.
This is the most
Acting like you
titillating
always knew.
situation.
I was just waiting for y'all to reveal it so I could be like, ha, I knew it all this time. No, you didn't.
So
no,
now
you did not.
Everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Kind of. Like, I'd love for Kuya to die,
Well,
but...
without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Unfortunately.
But aren't you the one who accused him in the first
Hey,
place?
look, people change, alright? Shut up with your fat ass. Your fat ass never changed, huh?
He just
Yeah,
seems to
shut
be
you up real
too
quick.
easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
I wish it was, but I
I'm
don't
with
think
Makoto.
it is.
If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Which, you know, I wouldn't mind. You know, I get to take down Toko, Fumi, and Kuya with me, so, like... Hey, 3 four-eyed freaks off this earth.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Oh, but if Kuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a dude.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had been a guy, but that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Celeste's count.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in.
Hold up.
Game over, man. Game over.
Come on, Hito. Stop.
No! Not game over!
Fumi, you can shut the hell up. Alright, so I got Celeste's account. Not the first thing that popped up.
Isn't there a single...
What's up? You want to know who saw the killer? And only...
Really?
No, that's wrong.
Really? Wouldn't it make more sense just to do the first and second one for the...
someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
And you only told me, right?
Oh,
You only told me?
but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Yes.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag.
Being all
and
cute and
then,
shit.
I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
You know, because she was a he. But maybe she wanted to, but maybe he wanted to transition
Probably
to a
because
she.
he was afraid you'd
Or
find out the
he wanted to
secret he was
identify as
hiding,
he.
right?
You can't be assuming things in our grand old land of 2024, or grand time of 2024.
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, we can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
I do.
Seriously?
I do.
Who is it? Who's the killer?
I wonder,
Think
Mondo.
back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that?
Oh,
You really
sorry.
think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
No.
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
I don't have the time to do it. Okay. Does Chihiro's track jacket really have some clue? Somehow it's really hard to believe. Another one of these. God.
Killer was wearing the same blue track.
No, that's wrong. Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she
I
said...
gotta testify. Coming to this club looking extra fly. Saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Wait, but Taka said that, not
So
Mondo.
why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's
It was
tracksuit?
blue indeed, but Mondo didn't say that, right?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
I thought Taka said that.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
Nope, just me.
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't
Oh, that's
be. The bag
why.
and clothes
I
were
know why you're
surely
covering up for
disposed
him.
of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility. Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
Better not be lying. The Lord's looking down on us.
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
What else? She stuck the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However,
I mean, Kyoko does this all
Mondo
the
was my
time, so-
target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Really now.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Really?
There was a certain turning. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
Bros,
You
right?
only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
No, I'm
Good eye,
not the
Kyoko.
frightful one.
Good eye.
Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you?
Come on, man. Be honest.
Did you really kill Chihiro?
Again, the Lord's watching.
Aye,
Captain. We ain't watching SpongeBob.
You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Shaka, I know you mad gay for him, but like, he killed someone.
It's true.
killed
My
someone.
reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
You probably gonna be useful for me.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Share with the
Jeez,
class.
does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... Here it is.
What do you have there?
Take Chihiro's handbook?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right. Then it must belong to... You know, here I thought I was gonna be smart. And look at me. Dumbass. Guess it's Chihiro's. I guess it's Chihiro's. You know, I thought it was gonna be smart. Like,
Chihiro's
oh,
handbook
Mondo
was
dropped that
missing from
crime
the
scene.
scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
But it's hard to break
That's
these
odd.
things, right?
I didn't think the handbooks were quite so...
You're
They're not.
right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
I know about it.
Precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Heat. How did the handbook get... Nope.
I got it!
Hey.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that?
Yeah.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow
Hurry
my
up!
example?
Monokuma!
Then allow me
Hurry
to
up.
make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
Huh?
You knew it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Me too, Taka.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna,
Who the
then
only
the killer
dudes-
must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Who are the only
Meaning the
dudes in
culprit
the sauna?
somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Mondo! And Taka.
Seriously? I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
I know who the culprit. Oh, wait. I know who the culprit is.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Stop being gay, friend.
Mondo
I
and
know.
Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Mondo, you gonna pull out your e-handbook? I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh, really?
Approved.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, that's wrong. Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
It's Leon's!
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's. Yes?
You want to share with the class?
There's a school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited.
But it doesn't about receiving
Here's
it.
how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong.
Come on, man.
You
Just
are
take
wrong.
it.
You
Take
have
it.
to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong.
Take the
You
L
made it all
before
up.
you take my D.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning?
Oh.
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
No, don't make me do the manga part. Ah! Cut it! Alright, I doubt this is gonna be like it,
Killer is
but
you!
I think this is gonna work out a bit.
Let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? Mm-hmm. At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Okay.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Yeah, Goku, like, come in, testify with us.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which
Or
is
whatever
why he
Chihiro
was
wants to
able to use
identify
his
as.
own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
What? Yep.
And attacked him.
Yep.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Take down
Which is
poster.
why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Okay.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall.
I feel like I
Using
got
one of
this
those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Oh!
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work.
Alright, and the rest of this should just be light work.
They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
And then Kuya, he's just an evil
That
bastard.
could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Yeah, why can't we just kill his ass for doing that stuff to Chihiro?
So, after
Like, that's
stumbling
evil.
on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. he wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Oh, please say I don't have to redo all of this. I think I do. I think I do. Oh!
At the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Gotcha!
Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Complete! Complete! Ooh. Yes! Yes! Take that. Take that L. Take the D.
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence?
You got all the evidence, my boy, Taka.
You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mondo is the killer that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added: bullet time battles. Fever time and nega time. Nigga time! During the bullet time battle, if you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at randoms, you won't miss. So you can push right, left, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until focus rate. Okay. Of course, it wouldn't be only you got to extra special time, right? So we also prepare something called the nigga time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates a nigga time, alright, I'll call it nega time. During the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the button's rhythm. You will activate fever time at this point. No, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what is worried about. And surprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use nega time. Well then, good luck and have fun. I don't know what I'm using or what difficulty I'm on right now, but let me see if I remember how to do this right.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence.
Don't worry, I play Osu. I got the rhythm. I'm black. I got it in my blood. I got it in my genes.
I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence.
Yeah, you thought. You thought.
I won't listen.
You thought, Mr. Nega.
Refute you. False. Show me some evidence.
Okay, now I'm like.
I won't listen. False. You're corrupt.
Final
Show me
strike.
some evidence.
Bow.
Prove it.
Sorry, Taka, but like your boyfriend, you gotta go unless you want us all to go.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Y'all, this is taking so long that I forgot I had to pick my sister up. Am I gonna continue until... Oh, shoot! Alright, you know what? I'll be right back. It's just gonna take like a second, but I need to go pick my sister up real quick. I'll be quick. I'll be quick, I promise. For me, that was like 10 minutes. For y'all, that was like 10 seconds. But, alright. Thank God this episode's about to end anyway. Like, let's just get over with the...
Bro, what are you saying?
Execution.
I got no choice, man.
Yeah.
After hearing all that, I gotta just give up.
Take it like a
Go
man.
ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
That nigga is guilty. Guilty, I say.
Wait, hold on.
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I think we all know who we voting out, but who y'all voting for? Me? I think I'm gonna go with Mondo. I don't know. Just seems like the right choice to me. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I mean, Taka, he might choose someone else.
What?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada.
Unbelievable.
Unfortunate. In case you were wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimura. Japanese name. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he could kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why did you do it? And especially Chihiro too. Come on now.
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence. So allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually,
the story of the murderer this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hear the control. I'm just kidding, nah. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he decided to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that way. That is his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex has already taken root deep inside of him, and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I don't want.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong enough, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy. Again, nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now. But I also didn't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I could talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I could tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance, and probably the thumbnail. Who knows?
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, it'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take the immediate action. And so... that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it. So why'd you do it, Mondo? When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. but he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was! The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to be. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become... What? Is this Chihiro talking or... That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? What did he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wouldn't that cover up what he done?
Certainly.
That could have been the part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men. Men? He made Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret?
Because...
If everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? I got no words for that. This is just kind of depressing to think about. Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible! Nothing could have been that bad! Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
Wrong.
It's impossible!
Don't make me repeat myself.
To judge others by your own standards is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother! Oh no! Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraffs across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. But he died, right? Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of a starry-eyed kid. What? Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, they had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. That's disgusting. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very own soul. So you killed him. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? You know, all that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo had heard gossip and whispers about the other gang members of the gang, which is why...
I just... Don't fuck with me.
He's gonna come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead in reckless abandon, eager for the victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, he had Crazy Diamond on the back. That is literally a Josuke reference. He had Crazy Diamond on his back. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I messed up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it wasn't his brother's fault, but Dad never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise. A promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident, and as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daddy was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. And yet, can we as soon as shut up. No matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another little weakling that could die in an instant. Alright, we get it. Is that it? I mean, technically, his brother... No, we're not gonna get into that. So why would you kill... Why did you do it? When Chihiro started working out? Seriously, Jesus?
I'm sorry.
Why? Why are you now telling... Huh?
But I want to change.
Oh. His words were like a knife to my gut. I felt like I was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. No.
You piece
of... No.
What?
Huh? Mondo, you saw yourself in Chihiro?
What?
Oh,
no.
Man. Something inside my head.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh. I don't want to read it. Just get it over with. That's depressing. Oh, so you blacked out. Yeah, like I'm gonna believe that. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm
ridiculous.
Execute his ass. Kill his ass. That nigga is guilty. Guilty, I say. But no, I'm gonna have to skip through that stuff because one, I'm getting tired of this, and two, do y'all really care about the story? Well, I mean, you probably do, but if you're watching this in the year of 2024, you probably already watched other game playthroughs of it. And if you haven't, thank you, really thank you. Nice pompadour. Oh, you love to hear it. You love to hear it while someone's getting murked. You know, I remember reading some comments too of imagine being on a horror or an amusement park ride, and all of a sudden you start hearing this music. Terrifying, isn't it? Oh, jeez, Rick. Is it over? Is it over? Ugh. Mondo. Ew. Ew. Gross. I don't even know. How? How would you make butter out of... Laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad, but I'll just let it happen. Calm down, Taka. Calm down. Shut up! Oh?
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
Girl.
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it.
Girl. No, because the first one to die was Junko, but no girl has killed anyone. Like, Leon killed Sayaka, and, well, Mondo killed Chihiro. So no girl has killed yet.
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
One thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Stop being weird. Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh. My. You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Is that the end of the chapter? It better be the end of the damn chapter. Better be. Cool. Only 10 remain. Damn, and like some of my favorite characters too just gone off the bat like out of here. You received the crazy diamond present. Of course. It's goddamn JoJo's. Everything's a goddamn JoJo's reference. Yeah, we're gonna end it off right there because that was a long ass episode. Almost 2 hours in recording. I don't know how I'm gonna cut this down, but I'm gonna cut it down anyway. If you're enjoying the series, cool. If you're not enjoying the series, cool. Anyways, catch you next time, ladies, gentlemen, and dames. Peace out.